Friday, y'all. It's your favorite trainer with a belt buckle, helping you pass the CSCS in 2023. This sucker's tough. There's a lot of crazy information in there. Our goal at Show Up Fitness is to get you to pass this as quickly as you can, because this doesn't teach you to be a strength coach. You need to be able to have conversations with strength coaches like myself and our team that we have at Show Up Fitness. We have live calls where you get to ask questions on what to study for this. We go through the chapter from front to back. We tell you what to focus on, what you don't need to understand. And if there are some parts a little more sophisticated, we bring on dietitians, exercise physiologists, doctors of physical therapy to help you understand what it's like to be a strength coach. So we have classes Monday and Thursday. They're recorded, they're live, so you can ask questions to us. More importantly, we teach you a lot more than just the textbook. Textbook isn't going to make you a great strength coach. Learning how to program on different cycles, preseason, off-season, and so forth. And so we have projects that we give you. So you'll leave our 2-month internship. You'll pass the CSCS, piece of cake. We have a 99% success rate. We tell you what to study. Oh, don't worry about that. And then we have a lot of study questions as well. So I'll give you an example. Let's go through what you don't need to read. So when we look at the 4th edition with Huff, let's take a look at the chapters. 1, definitely go through that one. And the function of bodily systems, you need to know that. You see about 5 to 10 questions. 2, 3, and 4, maybe 5, 6 total. So don't worry much about those. 5, don't really need to worry much about that. 6, nope. 7, nope. 8, nope. 9, yeah, you'll see some stuff on nutrition. 8, sorry, you will see some stuff on the anxieties, training anxiety, and so forth. That's where Brock teaches those classes. He has a master's in psychology, really can break down the reliability, validity, and all that stuff. So we have some great calls there. So 8, yes. 9, yes. 10 goes with 9. 11, not so much. You won't see much on supplementation. 12, 13, there's a huge portion on that. You need to know all of these tables. And so we tell you what to memorize. So when you look at these, if you have, a lot of the class will be setting up a scenario of a basketball player. He can back squat to 185. He can bench press, 315. His vert is 38 inches. What does he need to improve? Well, the back squat sucks, so you need to improve that. You'll know what numbers are sticking out so you can get the right answers. You really need to memorize these charts on 295 through 2 for 3, almost like 3, 13. You don't need to know 14, that's stretching. You just need to know ramp and some variations of PNF, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. 15, nope. 16, not so much. 17, yes. 18, yes. 19, a little bit. 20, a little bit. 21, definitely. And then 22 to 24, not so much. So in our guide that we provide, so we have our internship. This was 2 months. You get to ask live questions. There's nothing out there like this. And so every other program out there, you buy a program, it's some guy or girl telling you, here's what let's explain the whole entire Krebs cycle. Like, no, let's not. Let's tell you what you're going to be quizzed on, and let's just focus on that. So we have calls where we bring on strength coaches. And there's a really great one the other day from the strength coach for Kansas Jayhawks. And we were Coach Ram, and we were talking about his doctor. He's like, yeah, I can, cool, Krebs cycle. But if you don't have buy-in from your athletes, you're not going to make it. So we're going to get you to pass. I don't want you to be this nerdy CSCS guy. Oh, let me tell you about the Krebs cycle and the sarcomere. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, great. You passed it. You're a strength coach. You're not going to be able to make it into a career because your athletes are looking at you like, this guy's a freaking weirdo. You got to get the buy-in. And so that's what we're providing. We're linking people up with internships. We had a person who passed recently, got her connect. She went to somewhere, and it was in Dallas, where she worked with the NFL training camp. That's what it should be about, getting into internships where you gain hands-on experience. You have your CSCS, and then you go out there and you learn from the best that are doing it. So we're providing opportunities for you to learn and get connected. So we see ourselves throughout 2023, 2024. You come into our program for 2 months, guarantee you're going to pass it. We've had a 99% success rate, 100% for those that get the Show Up Fitness CPT. So for those that go through and take our certification, and then when they do the CSCS, we haven't had someone fail yet. So it's really neat to see when you understand the basics. And that's one of the things that I stress a lot. I see a lot of coaches take this and they fail. And then when I'm quizzing them on basics, when it comes to movement and anatomy, they don't even know the basics. So my bet is that you're coming to a question that's asking about the synergist during a bench press, and you're going, is that your biceps? Is that maybe it's your serratus anterior? No, those should be super, super simple questions that you should be getting. Planes of motion, type 1, type 2 muscle fibers. So when you go through our internship to get your CPT, strength coaches, then they get the CSCS, it's a piece of cake. So let me give you some questions from our guide. And this is going to help you. And we go over these questions. We help explain it to you. And we have a lot of special guests. Number one, as compared to males, the potential for force production for females per muscle cross-sectional area is A, lower, B, similar, or C, higher. You always get three answers. Sorry. The answer for this one is B. It is similar. When it comes to endurance, females typically have more type 1 and they are better with endurance, but that's not what this is asking. It's talking about cross-sectional area. Which of the following muscle groups and types of muscle actions are associated with the downward phase of the dumbbell bicep curl? So this is the exact answer that I'm talking about, where if you fumble on this one, you're not going to pass the test. This is super, super easy. So we need to know the negative portion is the eccentric. So when you do a bicep curl, elbow flexion, so we really focus a lot on the fundamentals. Sagittal plane of motion, you have flexion, you have extension. We should know exercises like this, which will be a sagittal exercise. So it's controlling the downward. So your elbow flexors eccentrically are going to be controlling that. So your mind should just get the answer from reading the question. The answers are elbow extensors. No, that's going to be your triceps. Elbow flexors. Yes, that's your biceps. Next one, elbow flexors. So we crossed off one because that's not the answer. So we're between eccentric and concentric. Eccentric is the lowering, so the correct answer for this one would be B, elbow flexors and eccentric. Which of the following rest periods is most appropriate for a 100-meter sprinter? 60 seconds, 100 seconds, or 120 plus seconds? So this is the page that you should definitely memorize. We have a community board within our platform where we'll take photos and then we'll have conversations posted on the board and have a conversation about it. So right here, you should definitely know this page. And it's going to be table 3.6, knowing that the work to rest ratio is 12 to 20. So the correct answer for this one would be 120 plus seconds, because the average 100-meter sprint, my slow ass is doing it in 17 seconds. But even if you were to be a world-class sprinter at 10 seconds, times that by 12, 20, correct answer for this one would be C. Depletion of which of the following fuel source hinders marathon performance the most? Triglycerides, muscle glycogen, leucine degradation. Triglycerides are fat. Muscle glycogen is stored glucose. Leucine degradation would be gluconeogenesis, which is the breakdown of protein, specifically your BCAAs, which is leucine. The correct answer for this one would be B, muscle glycogen, which is glycogen is stored in your muscle and liver, more in your muscle than the liver, and trace amounts in your blood. Last but not least, during the concentric phase of the lowering of the barbell back squat, which of the following muscles acts as an antagonist to the gluteus maximus? Again, really simple question here. You got to be able to read it slowly and take antagonist, which is the opposite. So in this position right now, I'm seated. So the agonist would be my psoas. Psoas is the hip flexor. We have the quads. We have the hamstrings, which are posterior muscles. And then on the backside of the hip, we have the glutes. So the antagonist in this position would be my glutes. So if I'm squatting, concentrically coming up, the opposite would be your psoas. That's what we're looking for. The answer is your quadriceps, sartorius, and your psoas major. All three of those are hip flexors, but the psoas major is the antagonist to the glutes. And then I'll give you one last one. I'm not going to give you the answer, though. You got to get into the internship to get this. During the concentric, I just read that one. Which of the following events occurs in the biceps femoris during the concentric muscle action of knee flexion? The A band length increases, H zone length decreases, I band length stays the same. That's what you're going to get with the study guide. We have Dr. Chaliwa. He does all of chapter 1 and 2, breaking down those more complex physiology questions. We have a lot of interns that are applying to DPT school. We have physical therapists, a lot of strength coaches who are assisting or interning at a place in the school. We have a guy right now for, where's he from? Not Florida Lake. That was a coach we had on there, but he is Clemson. And Ricky is currently on the strength and conditioning staff at Clemson, and the university is going to pay for it. So he's going through the program, and we'll get you guys to pass this. Most importantly, get it done ASAP, and we will help you with resume development, how to interview, and getting you into an internship to build your confidence and exposure as a strength coach. Hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, shoot us a DM on Instagram, Show Up Fitness, also Show Up Fitness Internship. ShowUpFitness.com is the website. Our course is online. Everything is recorded as well. Live Monday and Thursday, 2 o'clock. If you want to sit on one of the calls, we'll get you to pass this super easy. We had someone do it 6 weeks without the textbook, just our guide. That's what you get. If you want to become a trainer, check out my book, How to Become a Successful Personal Trainer. We can get you to become a strength coach. All you got to do is show up. Have a great day, y'all.